Hello everyone, welcome to part 18 of my Let's Play of Sonic Adventure. And once again, this is part 2 of Big the Cat. And you may notice that it's pretty much a long gap between part 1 of Big the Cat and a long gap between part 2. Yeah, we're not going to be playing as Big the Cat very often. And not just because his gameplay sucks, but because his place in the storyline shouldn't matter too much. Let's move on to the next cutscene.
Oh no, he's got my little bunny. Whoa! Ooh. Glad I found you. Oops. Oh, now what am I gonna do?
Oh gosh dang it, Tails. Well, what do you gotta say for yourself for that?
Sorry, if I had only held on tighter.
Well, hang on to him as much as possible, dude, because I need my frog. Speaking of which, if you may notice why Tails is holding that frog in that scene. A few episodes ago, Tails was going into this forest, went to the left, into the jungle area, and was sandboarding to get that frog back. Now, unfortunately, you didn't see the rest of that cutscene, unless this whole entire Let's Play is already posted ahead of time. Most likely you're watching it in chronological order. But yeah, Tails got the frog. As for, did he get the Chaos Emerald out of him? I don't know. Anyway, so, now we're in the jungle again, because we're going to be picking up some lure power-ups. And, I'm going to open up the map to let you know where it's located. It is right here on the map, if you're looking for it. The Director's Cut map is pretty good. I recommend, like, playing the Director's Cut because, they add a lot more features the original Dreamcast doesn't have. Like, the Chow Garden, that wasn't the original Dreamcast. Emblems aren't part of the original Dreamcast. Even, like, the Game Gear, minigames you get for completing the game are not part of the original Dreamcast. It's not even in this Xbox port either. But, anyway, so the real reason why we're here is to pick up this other upgrade, which is underneath Big's bed, and, it's useless.
It's the power rod. You now have longer casting distance.
So this rod allows you to, basically get more distance in terms of throwing your rod. You know, the previous rod basically can only travel, like, I think 1 meter of a distance. Where this thing can do double that. Not that it matters, because, like, pools of water all over this game, especially when you're catching Froggy and all, they're pretty small. And, you don't even need to, like, be a faraway distance just to get them. In fact, like, doing it is pretty much taking it much longer. Figure I get that emblem. It's right here on the map if you want to get that. And Big's house is pretty much nearby. Alright, so let's talk about Big's voice actor really quickly. Because I'm only going to do 3 parts of this guy. You're not going to see him very much, thank God. And that's why he's spaced it out everywhere in the Let's Play and not, like, all in one go. So, Big is voice acted by John St. John. John St. John does voice acting for a few games. Probably one of the most noticeable ones is Duke Nukem. Also, here I am showing how fast Big the Cat is a fast climber. He climbs really fast. He's pretty much the fastest climber than all the other characters you play as in the game. E102 Gamma, spoilers, is a really slow climber. He's the slowest. Of course, like, you think there'll be some good benefits playing as Big, but there's like a ton of bad, and as Big. I'm sorry. Nobody likes Big's gameplay, but you have to play as Big in order to get the final story. I'm sorry, but that's what it's gotta be. Anyways, let's go to Station Square. And, when we're going to Station Square, we would actually meet a blue hedgehog who just spot a robot grabbing Amy. Right here.
That robot! I better go after Amy!
Then go after him. Don't let him get away. Run! Don't take the train. Run! Yeah, I'm sure a frog's gonna go inside the hotel. Nothing scary's gonna happen. It's not gonna scare a bunch of residents. Let's talk to the manager here. Hello, sir. You're looking for Mr. Froggy? I'm afraid there's no one by that name is staying in the hotel. You're too tall, and yet you should be able to see him right here. I'm gonna fishing hook your hat like it did with the Ocarina of Time Ned, the fishing man, who is canon in Pokemon. Shadows attacking toucans. Oh my god. Anyways, let's go to Emerald Coast. So Emerald Coast is Big's third level, and we're actually hearing a brand new track of Emerald Coast. And a lot of the water pools around the lighthouse is actually expanded so that way it's no longer bottomless pits, unlike a Sonic story. It actually has a bottom to it and a lot more fish. Now, Froggy is actually to the left as you spawn, but you know what? Let's just go ahead and take a walk around the park, and let's just explore around, because like the main focus is pretty much right next to you. You don't pretty much very much have time to explore around and see the incredible atmosphere that this game has added. And as such, there's this area over here. This is a little bit of a beautiful sanctuary, if you like to call it, a cave-in with a lot of corals and probably some of the big fish in the game. Now, I'm gonna say this again, but Sonic Adventure has extra missions, and Big's extra missions are probably the worst in terms of what you have to do. Like Mission B, you have to capture a 1 giller fish and then catch Froggy, and then a 2 giller fish and then catch Froggy. It was like, and like the 2 giller fish are basically like more difficult to catch, and most likely you have to rely on RNG to get it. So like with the hovercraft, I forgot to mention last episode, like you can actually get to close range with Froggy, but the question is, why doesn't Big just grab him? He is right there. It's like, there's absolutely no excuse for this. There's no excuse for, like, Big Cat to literally just capture Froggy right in close blank range when you can literally just dive in there with your life vest. Do I really need to do that? And then, here's instance right there. He is catching the lure, and he's letting go. He's catching the lure, letting go, and like, grab onto the darn lure already, you stupid frog. The lure's getting close to me. I'm about to reset. There's a monkey behind me trying to bomb me. He's about to kill me while I'm trying to, Then I went behind me, and then I decided to kill the monkey because he could potentially ruin my chances of getting Froggy. I hope that penguin I got was worth it. You see the issue here with, like, Big's gameplay and why it's so unnecessary? Ocarina of Time, they added a fishing minigame, but it's completely optional, and it's, like, only for a heart piece and a item expansion that, well, besides its only one purpose in the game, only also just gives you an upgrade at all, and, like, overall, this is completely optional. You don't need to do that. This game is like taking a completely different turn, and the fact that this is mandatory is such mind-boggling. If I would go fishing, I would go hang out with my papa and just fish in the lake. Speaking of which, by the way, Labor Week is approaching, And I'm going to be taking a week off of videos, so you won't see any Sonic Adventure next week. So, I'm going to be taking a break. In fact, I'm going on, like, a vacation trip, and I'm preparing these videos before it happens. And potentially, I'll be going fishing. See if fishing will much better in real life than this stupid mechanic. Alright, anyways, cutscene. We finally catch Froggy, but... Alright, cutscene.
Froggy? Uh-oh. No! Hold on there! Come back, please! Give me my friend back! I'm begging you, please! Froggy? This place doesn't look familiar to me at all. Smells like Froggy's around somewhere. Think I'll see what's behind this door.
Which door, Big? A, B, or C? So, if you go to door A, and you will go to a robot construction room. Go to door B, enter the hot shelter, rescue Froggy, or C, go to a prison block. You choose C. Let's see what your reward is. If I can hit this darn button, because of Big's hitbox is not very well. Alright. And, alright, so let's go ahead and, let's see, what else is there to talk about? Oh yeah, I was talking about, like, say, last episode, I was talking about some Sonic games and everything else. We'll talk more about that, I guess, like, later on, because I feel like I want to discuss more on Big and everything else. But, in here, you get the highest upgrade lure power-up. We got the gold lure power-up. The highest level-up ranking hook in the entire game. This is definitely necessary if you want to complete the mission A's of the entire game. And, also, there's also regular mission mode as well. There's, like, missions for Big, and most of these missions are fishing. But luckily, you don't have to capture a frog afterwards, but... At least there's a balance between, like, non-fishing missions and fishing missions when doing the mission mode. Anyways, so once again, we're entering Hot Shelter. We've been here as Amy, so let's go ahead and talk about more of a Hot Shelter. Again, Hot Shelter is one of those levels only Amy, Big, and E102 can play. Sonic plays a total of 10 levels, and there's a total of 11 levels in this game. So, this is the only level Sonic doesn't play in. And, when you go in here, this is where we'll find our Froggy friend.
Ah, there's Froggy. Looks like he needs my help.
Alright, so here's Froggy. In order to get him, we have to activate the drain switch, and then all you gotta do is just fish him out right here. This is all you have to do. However, there's also a little bit of an extra area that I do wanna give an honorable mention to. It's also completely unnecessary too, which is why I sped up this footage, because this is completely useless, and it's also the point of no return. And honestly, this is showing that, like, the game is pretty too easy, or too short, that you barely get a chance to explore it at all. So, they added this little section, and there's a checkpoint here, which means if you enter this room, you cannot undo it. The only way you can undo it is to exit and try the whole entire stage all over again. And here's the only purpose of this. The only purpose of this is for the A and B missions. If like the first pull of water doesn't give good fish loadout, and even then, after you do get a really good fish out of this, how on earth are you able to catch Froggy? Like, I'm gonna discuss the problem afterwards, but this area is the main reason why Big's gameplay is probably the worst it could potentially be. And this is also the type of thing that if you do this, you're gonna rage quit. Honestly, I really see a lot of people rage quit because they found an area, they wanted to try it out, they want to explore, maybe that's not where Froggy is. No, that's definitely not where Froggy is. You're literally wasting like an extra like 3 minutes doing this area. It's like completely pointless. And when you get to here, it is impossible to capture Froggy. Even if you do capture Froggy, it is like ridiculously impossible to get him to you. And, like, I think I've seen a few players try with a higher level, and even if they do get Froggy to the very top, the frog just literally just respawn back to the bottom. Is like, gosh dang. And not to mention, like, because you're way too high up, the power on the rod is so goddarn loose, you're gonna lose a life. This area is impossible. Restarting the game just literally just spawns me back to the checkpoint, so obviously I have to exit the game, respawn, never, in my own mind, ever, and I repeat, ever, go into that room. Because unless you're curious, and curiosity kills the cat, like Big the cat is a cat. Big the cat is a freaking cat. He is the worst gameplay mechanic of all time. And going into that room is just like pointless, and you're really gonna have a ton of issues when trying to capture Froggy from the higher up. I'm sorry, it's just mind-boggling. If there ever was someone who successfully captured Froggy with the highest water level, feel free to leave a video response in the comments below, and I'll be glad to credit you, probably in the next part of Big the Cat. But other than that, I really hope you guys enjoy Big the Cat. I really hate Big the Cat. I'll see you guys next time. mardiman641 signing out.
Froggy! Not too bad. Yes. We're together again at last, huh? Huh? That's strange.